All right, let's begin with the video. And if you guys want to learn how to attract more women into your life, you guys can book a one-on-one phone call with me today. I teach what I call entourage game, which is a style of game where you create events, build social circles based on common interests. And through that, I teach you guys a way of behaving that attracts an optimal amount of women. Now, results vary based on your looks, but you will get results. Like at the minimum, you'll find one person that likes you if you put in the effort. Okay, let's begin with the video.
Things women don't want you to know. It exposes everything that they haven't healed yet. Let's talk about it. Most women crave control, right? Not because they necessarily want to lead, but because they don't feel safe enough to let go. When she doesn't trust a man's strength, she becomes that strength. She starts micromanaging, testing him, and trying to dominate every situation, but that's not power. That is her fear in disguise. Here's another.
This is why if you're too much of a bitch, if you have too much of like a feminine energy, if you're a pushover, it's not that she's a bitch, it's that she's a bitch to you. She just doesn't feel safe because you're just too much of you're too easy to move around. And sometimes that could also mean sexually, where you have so much lust, you can't control yourself, and she knows she could control you, that she starts acting disrespectfully.
Truth. Most women confuse emotional chaos with actual connection. If peace feels foreign to her, she'll mistake calm for boredom and she'll want to jump ship. That is why she will always chase the man who hurts her and pull away from the one who grounds her. She's not.
By the way, I'm just gonna put some lotion in my hand. Yeah, 100%. And these types of women you can't win over. You trying to ask for peace, she wants war. She's like a certain country. If you know what I'm talking about.
Love, she's addicted to adrenaline.
Drama.
You know what else? Yeah. A lot of women
They'll
preach
cheat a lot.
divine feminine energy, but still operate from reactivity. They cry, they blame, they manipulate, then call it's just my emotions. That is not feminine power. Feminine power is knowing how to regulate your own emotions. It's being able to feel everything without projecting it.
And that means she's not secretly an alcoholic. She doesn't use weed. You gotta understand, the more drugs you use, the more unregulated you'll become. Like, it's just that simple. Like, it's
the one that'll sting the most. Women say they want honesty, but they can't handle it. The moment a man tells her the truth, she takes it personally instead of with power.
One time a girl asked me, "How do I look?" And she looked different. In fact, she looked more like a circle. And though that was during my time when I was, by the way, I pause it because it's a reaction video. People get mad when I pause it. You guys can watch the video right here. Look, here's the video name, Laurie right here. Look, you guys can just go watch that one right there, okay? What was I saying? And I forgot what I was gonna say.
That is not vulnerability.
She told me that, how do I look? And I was like, you got a little bigger. Again, that was during the time when I was young. I was naive. I didn't know women didn't want honesty. And she blocked me after that day. I'm like, I was set up, man. I was set up.
That is emotional immaturity. When a woman lacks emotional, they want honesty, but they can't handle it. The moment a man tells her the truth, she takes it personally instead of with power. That is not vulnerability. That is emotional immaturity. When a woman lacks emotional intelligence, she will weaponize emotion to win. Tears, silence, guilt, deflection. It's not always conscious, but it's still manipulation. And for the women watching this, listen closely.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, unconscious manipulation is a real thing. And usually you notice it as you get older and you stop it. Well, actually, no, you don't stop it.
The more you hate on men, the more you are revealing your own unhealed pain towards them. It's never all men. It's a man who hurt you in the past and you still haven't let it go. The truth is, most women want a man to lead, yes, but their ego won't allow it or they won't even admit it. They want to feel safe enough to surrender, but that safety requires trust, and trust requires surrender. Do you see the loop? Emotional intelligence is your superpower, but until you learn to regulate what you feel instead of project it, you're going to keep mistaking control for confidence and independence for actual healing. Men, pay attention. A healed woman does not need to be tamed. She wants to be led by presence, not pressure. And women, stop confusing your wounds with your worth. When you heal, Softness stops feeling like weakness, and submission starts to feel like actual freedom, and you will be happier. So, those are the secrets. The feminine woman doesn't lose her power when she surrenders to a masculine man, she amplifies it. And that's what every real man is waiting for.
Say that again. Wait,
You want
say
to
that
know the
again.
truth about things women don't
I want to
want?
hear
He
that
wants
again.
to be led by presence, not pressure. And women, stop confusing your wounds with your worth. When you heal, softness stops feeling like weakness, and submission starts to feel like actual freedom,
Yeah,
and you will
totally,
be
totally.
happier. So, those are the secrets.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, 100%. That trauma has a way of creating defense mechanisms in the mind and in a way that's unconscious and seamless, right? You don't know that you're defensive. You're just combative. When in reality, you're defensive. And when you're dealing with a woman who's combative, you stay away. The problem is that this goes on deaf ears because the ones that stay are guys that are pushovers and they also been traumatized. Traumatized people attract traumatized people. That's how the laws of nature work. If you want to stop attracting toxic women, work on yourselves. Do you have addictions? Do you have compulsive behavior that you can't stop? Do you have a bad relationship with your parents? Do you feel like do you are you lazy, for example? Any deficiency you have, work on it. Don't work on trying to get the woman. Work on that deficiency, and it indirectly fixes that one problem, right? Like I have friends who go to the AA meetings, and they said that as soon as they got sober, the relationship with like I remember one girl that I knew. She talked about how her relationship with her boyfriend, they always fought, literally fought. As soon as she got sober, they stopped fighting. Same guy, by the way. Same guy. Same guy. What happened? He didn't change. She was a toxic one. Like that. You know what I'm saying? If you struggle with women, attack the most common denominator. Do you have addictions? Do you have compulsive behavior? Are you lazy? And just attack that. That will change your character. That will change your demeanor, and it'll attract more women in your life. Do you struggle from crippling fear? A lot of guys who don't get women are at home all day, and they're home all day because they're afraid of getting rejected, right? Like me, like I would say, I have art events at my house often, right? And these art events, you get to meet women through that. I don't do it because I want to meet women, but because I'm in Mexico and I don't want to be alone. But when I take that shit back to New York City, oh, I'm gonna do that shit, right? But if you're gonna do that, I recommend not try to get sleep with the women that go there. If they bring their friends, okay, but not the core women that go to those events because you don't want to mess it up. You know, you don't want to mix in sex with those situations. Keep it platonic because the people that come in from them with them are more easy are more, not easier, but it's more socially acceptable. You don't want to develop a bad reputation. Remember, the laws of power is protect your reputation at all costs. And nowadays, hitting on a girl is very difficult because of accusations. So it's best that you let them do all the work. Like I tell guys when I coach my clients, if you're gonna meet a woman, if you're gonna do these events, make sure that she comes to you. Make sure that she asks for your number. Don't be the creepy guy that has events and then, hey, can I get your number? Can I get your number? And even if she asks for your number, don't hit on her because when a woman likes you, she's gonna do all the work and you're gonna have evidence, right? Anyways, man, that's what I tell you guys. Check out my course, Dark Game, and I'm coming up with a new course called the Complete Man. It talks more about social game, but if you want to learn more about gaming in general, pick up work games so that you don't go to HR, meditation, and just general understanding of game. Check out that course, Dark Game, man. I teach you everything from light tactics to dark tactics.